up, y'all? This is Nine Johnson, and today we're going to be talking about how body shame affects us negatively. Alright, so let's just jump right into it. Body shame is the basic experience of being ashamed or embarrassed in our own bodies, either in the privacy of our own room or in public. It affects our general sense of well-being and security around others, and triggers our stress response, leading most of us to live in a chronic state of stress our entire lives. We don't feel acceptable in the bodies that we were born in, leading us to be preoccupied with the way that we're perceived by other people, which is basic self-consciousness. It's definitely a collective mental disorder, but that's okay, because it's healthy to identify the root causes to the problems of our society, so we can take the steps and make the effort to heal them. Our collective body shame motivated our society to identify one acceptable, ideal body type that everyone that doesn't have that body type compares themselves to, which kind of sucks. Now, this is the cyclical blind spot that most of us don't consider. Even the people who have attained that perfect body type still experience a similar body shame with their body, because the shame is a subconscious belief and impulse to resist their bodies, and not something physical that can be changed by achievement. Hence the reasons that most models and actors will openly admit that they too experience their own body insecurities and personal insecurities. We all deal with it. So our collective body shame and sexual repression creates an endless cycle of perfectionism and personal and social anxieties that literally evolve with the changes of our popular culture. Because of our inherent bodily insecurities, we as a society have created billion-dollar beauty, fashion, and entertainment industries designed to enhance, beautify, and avoid the bodies that we can't accept naturally, which is a problem because these objective fixes don't explore the root causes of our need for masking, beautifying, or avoiding our bodies. The root cause being subconsciously ashamed of our bodies and subconsciously ashamed of our sexual nature. So the human desire to survive is relentless, and it's directly tied to our sense of self-worth. So if we feel like we ain't worth shit, we're going to do something about it. And so that either means we're going to, obsess over the way that we look, beautifying ourselves, making ourselves look perfect, being in the gym all day. We're going to do something. And if it's not that, then it's the opposite, which is we're going to find confidence and security in self-loathing and either self-mutilation, tattooing, piercings. And if it's not that, then 9 times out of 10, it's just avoidance. So it's sex addiction, it's drug and alcohol addiction, it's work addiction, overworking. We will do something to ensure that we feel like it's worth it to wake up tomorrow. And that's a natural instinct. And if we don't have that resiliency, that desire to control our worth, or that desire to control the way that we feel in this life with avoidant behavior, well, then that's when we go into depression, and that's when we go into thoughts of suicide. Because if there's nothing, if you get trapped in the sense of powerlessness, the only other option is to end it. All of these are equal signs of low self-esteem, low self-worth, and body-centric anxiety. And living in any form of chronic stress is the number one cause of disease and death among human beings. And like I said before, these two existential fears fuel a huge part of Western capitalism. From our beauty industry, our dieting industry, our obsession with physical fitness and perfecting the body image. It influences our health food industry, our pornography industry, our fashion industry, our entertainment industry, our social media and tech industries, all the dating apps, our general social identities and gender-centric cultures, our sports and entertainment industries, just the sale of drugs, sex, and alcohol. Like, the list goes on. Like, these two insecurities feel are like the foundation of our culture. Body shame and sexual shame or repression. Like literally everything that's being marketed to us is designed to fulfill a need to feel secure in our shameful bodies and fulfill our desire to privately express ourselves sexually. I'm sure many of you felt uncomfortable when you heard me say open sexual expression because in some way, shape, or form, you've been made to believe that sexual expression is immoral, shameful, or bad. And it's my intention to challenge those beliefs because it's not the act, it's not the natural act of sex that's motivating human beings to be horrible towards each other. It's the repression of our natural biology, our bodies, and our sexual biology, our sexuality, that leads men and women to go to drastic measures to both survive in our sexually pressed society while also doing horrible things to use people for sex, like lying and manipulation, enslavement, like mental enslavement, physical enslavement, emotional enslavement, spiritual, the whole nine. All right, so that's my video on how body shame affects us negatively. If you liked it, let me know. Let me know the things that you liked. If you didn't like it, definitely let me know. I'm always open to hearing other people's opinions. I'm always open to the potential that I'm wrong. So for me, this is an exercise of growth. I'm expressing myself in the way that I see the world. And I also know that my perception is mine alone. And I go out of my way to not be cognitively fixated on my beliefs. And so, if you don't agree, let me know. Let's have a dialogue about it. If you dug the video, drop me a like, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Deuces.